Why don't we get it started off? So this is Advent of Code 2025. The general setup of what we're trying to do. I will bring up the rules. Where's my browser window? Here we go.
And weirdly, your video just cut out too on your camera. Now you're back.
Sweet. I think I might have clicked too many things. Okay. Well, at any rate, this is us, Jeff and Dom versus Advent of Code 2025. We're gonna try to do this every night from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific, except for a couple of nights where one or two of us are both off. And then on Sunday the 7th, we're gonna do a longer stream in the afternoon. So Advent of Code, for people who don't know, is a kind of annual holiday programming event for dweebs. I think that's the best way I can describe it. Every night, some mad genius has put together a puzzle that you have to solve, usually by writing code. So
Is it just one guy who does this every year?
it's one guy and a bunch of playtesters. Yes.
Okay. Mad genius. I love it.
Yes. Um, so this year is kind of interesting. It's the first year that it's not 25 days of December. It's only 12. I guess maybe to celebrate the song and also to give that guy a life, which I approve of. It's also kind of more of a digestible size of problem.
25 was always too
25
many.
was kind of a marathon. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly have felt bad multiple years in a row attempting to do this, and then about by December 12th, I'm just like, yeah, but now it's the holidays, and I don't want to write code. Like I want to play games, not do really hard problems. So I like that this is scope shorter because it means if we're slow, it won't be New Year's Eve.
The last time that I attempted to stream this was, I believe, 2021, which feels like a lifetime ago. But that's all on YouTube, and these will go on
Yeah.
YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you did that then. That was only 4 years ago and feels much longer.
yes. But for those people who just gotta watch two dudes writing code, these will go on YouTube. This year we're doing things a little bit differently. Normally we try to like do it in a funny programming language, and by funny I mean usually Rust, which I think I forget how to write basically every year. And then Advent of Code was my opportunity to learn how to write it again. Because we're doing it on stream this time and we want to get things done more quickly, efficiency is the name of the game this year. So we're just doing it in a language that Dom and I both know relatively well, which is TypeScript. Um,
I'm excited to find out how much TypeScript I now know when Claude and ChatGPT are not auto-completing for me.
yes,
It'll be its own
that
exercise.
brings me to our principles. Okay. So I think it more or less goes without saying that if you're gonna do a programming type competition, you shouldn't use AI. So I have disabled Copilot autocomplete in my editor, and I will do everything I can to not engage the muscle memory of opening the Claude Code chat window. Um,
It's hard.
yes, so we will see exactly how much programming Dom and I still remember after a mere 10-ish months of vibe coding. Not even 10, right? When did the word vibe coding get invented? It's like late February.
God, is it really just this
It's
year?
just this year.
Sure. Sure.
And
Oh,
yeah. Our careers are not long for this world, I think.
my career for the last three jobs has been just fixing weirdly busted software. And like I'm so confident I'll just be able to keep doing that. At least that will be a market that I can satisfy.
Yes, we will be essentially the graybeard COBOL programmers of the 21st century.
Those guys are still getting paid. It's fine by
Respect.
me.
Yeah. In fact, maybe we should just actually be COBOL programmers. We should have done COBOL for this, and then worked on mainframes. I think it's probably still
Is
an
it,
employable skill, right?
we could go, yeah, we could go work for the IRS and manage, a bunch of records that end up in a salt mine or something. Mm.
I'm super into it. Okay, so we're doing TypeScript this year. The goal is to go a little bit faster than we normally do. We'll see if it helps at all. Uh, we'll see if the familiarity of the language will compensate for the fact that we suck at programming now. you know. Um, and then I think the final point is just for us to have a good time. What that actually means is we may or may not get to like full solutions in the hour or two that we're giving ourselves a program. Part of the slate of things we would like to do with this particular live stream is to also just talk about video games, which is what Dom and I actually do together most of the time. We don't just like stream programming competitions. In fact, neither of us are really programming geeks in that way. We just thought it was fun to do. But we do games, and we did so professionally together for a number of years. And so we're going to talk about games tonight. We'd like to do a topic about like the games we played this year, but we'll talk about all kinds of other things over the course of the next couple weeks. Deep dives on specific games that we particularly thought were interesting or meaningful. We're probably going to talk more about AI and how it's going to influence software engineering and game development.
We have opinions.
Yes, and all kinds of other things. Okie doke. Should we get into programming?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I get the sense that this might be a very easy problem.
Okay, let's see here. All right. So Advent of Code usually has two halves of every problem. Every day there's a problem. Every problem has two halves. This is day one. I will do my best to read this off and not feel super self-conscious, but I think it will be helpful. And Dom, please interrupt me if there's anything you want to clarify.
Will do. And I will say we've got my friend Sir Gnarlton in the chat already.
Hello, Sir
Who is
Gnarlton.
my personal trainer, who is also a live streamer.
Amazing.
Is popping in.
Love
Yeah,
to have
great.
you here. We're just getting started. Okay, so here we go. Day one, secret entrance. I'm not going to do holiday movie trailer voice this time.
Oh, good.
Even though there is
This
like a
is-
very twee kind of like backstory to all this thing. It's about elves. It's about collecting stars. Honestly, it's a little too twee for me. But you know what? If it didn't have this, it would not be the same thing, right?
I mean, every year I expect this, and like it doesn't actually start until paragraph 5, but you're going to read the whole thing, aren't you?
I'm going to read the whole thing. Okay. The elves have
Yeah.
good news and bad news. The good news is that they've discovered project management. This has given them the tools they need to prevent their usual Christmas emergency. Like every year, like there's like this, you're trying to help them solve a problem because like I guess their operations fall apart, and that's sort of the framing of all of these problems that you're solving for them. For example, they now know that the North Pole decorations need to be finished soon so that other critical tasks can start on time. The bad news is that they've realized they have a different emergency. According to their resource planning, none of them have any time left to decorate the North Pole. To save Christmas, the elves need you to finish decorating the North Pole by December 12th. Sweet. Collect stars by solving
I think we can do
puzzles.
it.
2 puzzles will be made available on each day. The second puzzle is unlocked when you complete the first. Each puzzle grants 1 star. Good luck. You arrive at the secret entrance to the North Pole base, ready to start decorating. Unfortunately, the password seems to have changed, so you can't get in. A document taped to the wall helpfully explains. Due to new security protocols, the password is locked in the safe below. Please see the attached document for the new combination. The safe has a dial with only an arrow on it. And around the dial are the numbers 0 through 99 in order. As you turn the dial, it makes a small click noise as it reaches each number. The attached document, your puzzle input, contains a sequence of rotations, 1 per line, which tell you how to open the safe. A rotation starts with an L or R, which indicates whether the rotation should be to the left, toward lower numbers, or to the right, towards higher numbers. Then the rotation has a distance value, which indicates how many clicks the dial should be rotated in that direction. So if the dial were pointed at 11, a rotation of R8 would cause the dial to point at 19. After that, a rotation of L19 would cause it to point at 0. Because the dial is a circle, turning the dial left from 0 1 click makes it point at 99. Similarly, turning the dial right from 1 click makes it point at 0. So if the dial were pointing at 5, a rotation of L10 would cause it to point at 95. After that, a rotation of R5 would cause it to point at 0. The dial starts by pointing at 50. You could follow the instructions, but your recent required official North Pole secret entrance security training seminar taught you that the safe is actually a decoy. The actual password is the number of times the dial is left pointing at 0 after any rotation in the sequence. So, for example, suppose the attached document contained the following rotations: L68, L30, R48, L5, R60, L55, L1, L99, R14, L82. I don't know why I read that all. Following the
It's
rotations
too late. You did
would
it.
cause the dial to move as follows. And there's a bunch of stuff.
It's on the screen.
It's on the
Yeah.
screen. Because the dial points at 0 a total of 3 times during this process, the password in this example is 3. Analyze the rotations in the attached document. What's the actual password to open the door? Okay, so this is just like going to be rife with off by 1 errors, perhaps modular arithmetic, both things I dislike intensely.
Yeah, and,
This is
and
a great
noting
start already.
noting that it's zero inclusive is going to be fun. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to grab the input here,
Cool.
and it is taking a long time to load. Is this the
Did
hug
we
of
crash
death?
Advent of Code? Mine loaded up immediately. Refresh. Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, great.
Okay. So I guess we're ready to switch over to the editor.
Should we start with the small input? The what is this, 10 sequence?
Yeah,
That's usually what I do for these.
We'll do both.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me try doing the screen share thing again. We're gonna do a quick transition to the other window. And Dom is doing the Foley. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the input in there. Let's call this one demo, maybe?
Yep. Yep.
Or yeah, example, perhaps. And then the actual input, we'll put it in a different file called input. Boy, this is gonna be so cool. This is our first time trying out live share in Visual Studio Code, which is the editor that we're using, and now Dom can also manipulate the text. It doesn't follow which tab you're in, but I suppose once you start making it,
it can if you follow me, I think is how it works.
Yeah, but what if I don't want to do that?
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Okay, I don't even know how to set that up, but we'll gradually learn how to use this stuff over time. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we have this thing called read lines. I set this up because it's just something you do every single admin of code problem where you take in like a file of input, and usually you do something with each line of that input. And so I went ahead and wrote a function that does it. We're way behind anyway, so it's okay to cheat these helper functions. They're just going to make our lives easier and a little bit less boring. Just to make sure that we did that correctly, I'm going to go ahead and run the program. And it should just print out the input, right? Bunch of input.
And this is going to be the long one?
Yeah, so we want to do demo.
That looks right.
Yeah. And I guess maybe for the sake of...
Example.
Yes. For the sake of our sanity here, I'm going to copy the problem in here so we're not switching back and forth between a bunch of windows. Okay. And so we're looking for the number 3, right? So I guess we're just basically want to keep track of where the dial is at any given moment, and then count the number of times we hit 0. Is that right?
Yep. And we're starting it at 50. 0 count. Okay, wait. Explain to me how you fixed the linter.
Okay. So it's actually nothing particularly interesting. So what Dom is talking about here is there's actually an auto formatter in the editor right now. So if I do this kind of like construction here, it's complaining that it looks bad. And if I just save it, it automatically reformats it for us. And there are like 50,000 different ways of doing this particular type of exercise. The issue was that I was just using the wrong piece of software to do it.
Oh, great. Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah, if you look at the settings under VS Code, you can see that the formatter is actually ESLint itself, and not confusingly, the prettier ESLint plugin, which I ended up uninstalling. So that's that.
Okay, cool. Love it.
It took me a long time to figure that out. Okay.
Yeah.
So before we start doing the simulation, we need to actually parse the input, right?
Mhm.
So maybe we can get that into get that into a format that is coherent to us. Um, so probably what we're going to be doing is just like coming up with instructions. Is it too fussy if I actually make a type for this?
No, I love TypeScript.
Yeah. um, I guess it's like, you know what? We don't need a type. It's going to be signed, right? Like left is going to be negative, right's going to be positive. Should we do
We
it like
could just
that?
parse this into an integer array and yeah,
Yeah.
convert R and L.
Okay. So what is
We'll
that?
get to types tomorrow.
So if s dot starts with L,
Mhm.
then we'll multiply by -1, right? So how do you get the last part of a string?
If we're in JavaScript, if you just
Substring?
parse int this string, will you get it? No, because it'll be nan, right?
Yeah. So what if we
Yeah,
did s dot substring starting with 1, no end, and we parse into that,
yeah, that should be good.
and we'll do that.
Mhm,
Otherwise, return n,
mhm.
and we'll print the instructions.
Cool.
Does that look right?
That looks right to me. Let's see what we get.
Okay.
Yeah, we start with two
Okay.
L's, an example. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
So I guess now we're just gonna loop over this stuff, right?
Mhm. There's no chat GPT to help us.
Yeah, it's weird, right? It's kind of
It's it just it feels a little dead in the like I just expect my for loops to like automatically be for loops now.
so it'd be very easy to be off by 1 here, but
Mhm.
it's actually 0 count that we want.
You on zero count? And this is gonna if you run this now, we're just gonna get 0 because we have not looped our dial.
We have not looped it. You're right. So we need let's actually just go ahead and account for that, shall we?
Yep, yep.
Does the input ever go more than 100? It
I
does.
think
It goes like
I think yeah,
404
if we
times.
turn to the right. Oh, does the actual input ever?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. So we're modding 99 here.
What does mod
Or
do
mod
with negative
100.
numbers? Should we just try to mod and see if it just works?
Yeah. So if I do like negative 5 mod 100, you get -5. Uh, I forgot about negative modulus. It doesn't work right.
Well, maybe it works right. So what does -100 modulo 99 do?
You get -1.
That's
Yeah.
what we want, right?
That is what we want. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then if we do like 100 modulo 99, that gives us 1, right?
Mhm.
I think that's also what we want.
Yeah, so really we just want the absolute value of the modulus of 100 for the dial.
Oh, right, because we could exceed 99.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be dial plus this, and it's self modulo 99. Well, what if it's negative, right?
Then we take the absolute value because if we if we oh, this is annoying actually because
It's
if we're
not
at
the absolute
0,
value, right?
yeah, well, right, it's annoying if we're at 0 and we get a left 5, we'd subtract 5 here. We'd have -5.
And then, so would that be if dial less than
And
zero,
that value should be
dial plus
95,
equals
right?
plus
Yeah.
equals 99? Does that look right to you?
I don't think 99 is enough because we've seen that these instructions are um like in the hundreds, right? So I think it's still so let's see. I think we've got a logic error here because it's not mod 99. Uh, oh, I can code. This is so interesting.
Why
Finally,
isn't it mod 99? Is it a mod? Is it
well,
mod 100?
I think it's mod 100, and I think it's mod 100 after we do the addition. Am I crazy for thinking that that's a different operation in parens?
Uh, I think modular arithmetic distributes. So I think if you
Okay.
do like dial plus n mod 100, it's the same as like dial mod 100 plus n mod 100. All of that mod 100, right?
Okay.
Uh,
Because the second, it's weird in that n, if n is like 400 425 or one of those examples, and dial is 50, n mod 100 is 25,
uh, that is 407. N mod 100 is 25. Yes.
and 400. Okay, so we get 75 either way. Okay, cool. Sorry for having to
No, no,
confirm basic math
no,
facts
no. I
myself.
think you're right. I think it's 100.
Yeah. So it is because we want 0 and 99, and 100 mod 100 will be 0.
Yes, but however, dial could be -1, and then this could be
Mhm.
-99,
Yes.
and that should give you -100.
Mhm.
Uh, and -100 is 0, right?
Yes. Yeah, and that'll mod back into 0. Let, let's run this.
Are
I'm
you saying that we need
curious.
to mod the ultimate result? Because this can be negative. That's the problem,
That's what I'm worried about. Yeah.
and that's why I had this addition here. But does it need to be +100?
Because even right, if it's 99 plus 99,
-99 is 1, right?
let's say we're on 99 and we get right 99. We have to mod the second. We have to mod the addition as well, correct?
Okay. Yes. All right. And then we have to deal with negative numbers.
And then we have to deal with negative numbers. Yeah. So I think if it's less than 0, we could do the plus equals 100, and
So I
we could
suspect this
also,
is just going to be the same thing as this.
that might be true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So if we're at -99, that's where the let's say that's the calculation after that point is -99. That is actually just
Mhm.
1, right?
Yep.
And so -99 plus 100 is
One.
1. Okay, I think this is right. So
I think that's right too.
I think
Yeah.
we're gonna do it. So this should be what, 3? Okay, we don't have to console log anymore, right? Okay. So now rather than okay, let's just do this.
And if we, yeah, you want to just gonna run the data. As I said, if we wanted to confirm all our steps along the way, we could output the dial value in each loop just because we have the intermediaries there as well.
Right. 982. Should I just submit it?
Oh, is it the final answer? Yeah,
Yes.
do it.
All right. You're not seeing
So
this right now because it's in a different window.
yeah. So the way this works is that once we get the answer to this problem, based on the very long input file they gave us, we submit it back to their website as the answer, and then we're going to get hopefully problem number 2.
All right. I'm submitting it. 982. I think my internet's slow. It's like connecting to Advent of Code right now. It's like, okay, that is the right answer. That was correct.
Excellent. I mean, you are streaming, so I feel like
It is
we're eating
true.
your internet a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to copy the part 2 in there.
Excellent.
Okay. It was 982. That was our answer.
Mhm.
Okay. So part 2. You're sure that's the right password, but the door won't open. You knock, but nobody answers. You build a snowman while you think. Oh, should we do a different program for part 2, or should we keep it in the same directory? What do you think? Or the same?
Um, let's do 1B. I really liked having those separated out because sometimes it got a little weirder.
Okay.
But I think starting with copying the whole directory makes sense. Yeah.
Uh, okay. All right. Okay. So doesn't really matter which problem we're doing, which problem file we're doing because I copied it into this one. You sure
Oh,
that's the
sure,
right
sure.
answer? You build a snowman while you think as you're rolling the snowballs for your snowman. You find another security document that must have fallen into the snow. Due to newer security protocols, please use password method some hex value until further notice. You remember from the training seminar that method whatever means you're actually supposed to count the number of times any click causes the dial to point at
Oh,
zero, regardless of whether it happens during a rotation or at the end of one. I heard the noise you made because you were reading ahead of me, and now I would
oh,
like to make the same noise.
what an asshole. Who
Following the
wrote this
same
problem?
rotations as in the example above, the dial points at zero a few extra times before its rotations. So that means if you do like 400, that counts as like four times, right? Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that sucks.
I think. Yeah.
No, I think you're right.
In this example, the dial points at zero three times at the end of a rotation, plus three more times during rotation. So in this example, the new password would be six.
Oh,
Be
yeah. Look at this. Be
careful.
careful.
If the dial were
Yeah.
pointing at 50, a single rotation like R100 would cause the dial to point at 0 10 times before returning to 50 or 1000.
R1000. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Um, I don't think this is that bad. Here's why.
It's not. We're gonna do a little math on the input we're getting and whether we change signs, right?
I think what we can do is split the input into individual entries that can never go more than once, right? So, for example, what we would do for like L's, L292,
Mhm.
let's say, uh, basically we would split it into chunks of no greater than 100. So this would be like 100, 100, 92.
Okay.
And each one of those could only possibly count as one. Am I correct in saying that?
Maximum one. Yes.
The other thing we could do is we could do this modulo 100 and then
Mhm.
just add 8, right? This will be like you'll cross it 8 times and then add 53 to the dial. Does that sound right?
Correct. Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. Is like,
Okay.
yeah, do the integer division of the number, and then and then I guess the only thing we're doing with the mod is like, how do we figure out if we? I guess we figure out if we truncate anything with the mod. Yeah. Mm.
Is that right?
All right.
As
Let me get
it's
to the
and then
yes.
n equals n mod 100.
Hmm.
Okay. It doesn't like this because it's const.
Oh, TypeScript magic.
There you go. Um,
And that now we need to know when we've crossed the boundary as well.
when you say crossed,
Like, so if we're at 90 and we do R20, the new value is going to be 10, but we've crossed zero. And and the math.floor wouldn't have caught that. This is for the, like, we've taken all the hundreds out of the operation, but our final modded operation still is maybe or maybe not crossing zero when we add it.
okay, yes. So is it? Do we have like a prev and a next?
Yeah, I wonder if we should do what's the way yeah, I like next. I think it's like we do like if next equal not equals next mod 100. Is this always the only condition we need? Like if we are ever transitioning, like if we're ever truncating with mod, we know we've crossed zero every time.
Uh, well, negative. It doesn't handle negative numbers correctly. So if next might be
You're
negative
right.
10, and negative 10 mod 100 is negative 10.
Yeah, shit. Okay, that's not it.
I mean, we could do this a super brute forcey way, right?
Hmm.
So,
Uh,
what did we previously
acrobatic
have?
acrobatic fish just joined the chat. Hello there.
Acrobatic fish is, I believe, my brother. How you doing, man?
Oh, what's up?
Um, I don't have the chat open on me right now, but I'll check periodically. Um, oh, and hey, our buddy Josh Grams also here. Our buddy from the Stereo Boy days. It's really good to hear from you. We're doing Advent of
Good
Code,
old
people.
days.
Yeah. Okie doke. So this hilarious thing. So I'm gonna just slightly rearrange the thing that you did. Oh, undo is like a very
Yeah.
weird thing when we're both working in the same buffer.
Ooh, are you undoing my code or your
I
code
am
or both?
undoing. I don't know what's
Me.
being
Yeah,
undone.
that's what I wrote. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are my
Okay.
characters.
All right. So I think what I want to do is I'll do const prev equals dial, and then we'll increment
Hmm.
dial by, was it dial plus n mod 100?
Yes, correct.
And then we had if dial less than 0.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then we get rid of this condition, right? We have to cross 0. Is that correct?
Or end at zero. I think it's any time there is a tick at zero, which could be the final tick.
Okay, so if the current value of the dial is less than the previous one, we crossed 0, right? Oh no, that's not true.
No, it just means we've gone right. Yeah. If the sign is different, we've crossed zero.
The way that we know the sign is different is maybe we do these things. Uh, if we subtract 50 from everything, from prev and dial, does that help us? So let's say you're at like 99 and then you're at 1.
Hmm.
And if you subtract 50 from 99, you get 49. And if you subtract
Hmm.
50 from 1, you get negative 49. And if the signs are different, then you've crossed 0. Um,
But if we've gone 99 to 1, we haven't crossed zero, right? Depending on the direction we go.
yes. If you go from 1 to 99, you have not crossed 0. If you go, if you go 1 clockwise to 99.
Correct. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think yeah, so like do we have to do like if n, like do we have to case this based on the direction we're going?
Uh, yes. I think that's fine. I mean, we could just like laboriously like enumerate all of the cases, right?
I don't think there's that many of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Uh
Okay, so if n is greater than
if
0,
n,
that means we're
yeah.
going to the right, right?
Huh.
So if the prev is less than the current, or if the prev is, if the current is less than previous, that means we added numbers to go backwards, so we crossed 0, right?
Now is that always true? Because you could, oh well, we're always adding less than 100 because we've taken that out. So yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise, if we're going left,
Hmm.
the way that you know that you've crossed 0 is if the new number is greater than the previous number, right?
Hmm.
And then we need to also, if you're 0, then you've also crossed.
And I
Does this
think
count if we end up on 0?
that counts. And I think we might double count 0 at this point. So this might need to be the start of the if. Might need to do if dial is 0, 0 count plus 1, else this branch. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
This could be a,
Can we
this could be
simplify
a better
this?
conditional. Yeah.
Yes. Uh, how about this and this?
Yep. Yep.
Else if this?
Mm-hmm.
We've got a couple of extra curlies here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I think we have one more. We have a couple of different edge cases here, right? So, for example, we're counting. Like, let's say you're at 0 and then you get 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll count that as 1 up here,
Mm-hmm.
and you shouldn't get another one down here. Is that right?
Ooh, if you're at 0, yeah, you shouldn't, but you will right now.
Yeah. Is this a?
Oh, and Josh Graham just put something in the chat. He said that the last will trigger if n is greater than 0, but dial is greater than or equal to prev.
Listen is if
Oh
n
yeah,
is less than
that
0.
needs n. Yeah,
Great.
thank you.
Love the collaboration. Thanks, Josh. I think
Sorry, we got
this is. I think
chat.
we add this one.
I was gonna say yeah. So like if we've decided that we're doing an even number, just cut it out. Yeah,
Yeah, because if after
even
modulo
number.
100 it's 0, then we have nothing else to decide on, right? And this
That's right.
should
Yeah.
account for the fact that like if this if we started at 0 and then we're trying to avoid double counting, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's try this on example.
All right. Is it the same example?
Yeah, the same example, and I think the same input, right? It should get us
Yes.
6. So we should get 6 for this.
Okay. It's day 01B this time.
Mhm.
We got 1.
Fuck. That's not right.
This is already way harder than already with the excuses, right? We're 41 minutes in. I'm already making excuses, but this is already like way harder than regular Advent of Code. I guess they're compressing multiple weeks of difficulty into this,
Assholes.
which is fine. Um,
Josh asked the problem description for part B. Do you want to put it up real quick?
oh yes,
The significant difference is anytime the dial crosses 0, you have to count it instead of just ending on 0. So as you transit across 0, we're also adding 1. It points at 0
oh
once.
this doesn't
Yeah.
count. Look, it has to cross 0. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. It is 6. It's this. It's
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep. Yep. And so they say it points at 0 3 times at the end of a rotation and 3 more times during a
Oh, okay.
rotation.
Yes. I literally read that out loud, and I just didn't. It didn't register.
No, you were reading. That's part of the process.
Okay. Yes.
Let's.
So this is
I
trying
think.
to be clever, right?
Yep.
By compressing things.
Hmm.
If the issue is here, we could do the thing that I mentioned before, which is to essentially like split R853 into R100, 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 and so on and so forth, all the way to R53, right? We could do it that way.
Hmm.
I feel like it will be equivalent to line 17 to 21, but
I think like integer division, I feel like is equivalent to that. Yeah. Can we let's log out the value of dial with each step? I want to see if we're following their steps correctly.
yes. So where do we do that? We have to do it here
Hmm.
and here, right?
Yeah.
Or we just can do it at the beginning of this loop, right?
Hmm. Or at the end. Nothing in this instruction set is 0. So like we won't actually hit that case. Or like
Oh,
nothing's an
so
even
nothing is like
100.
a perfect multiple of 100 right now.
Not on the instructions I'm looking at least. So
Okay, so
at
we got
least for the demo,
50.
yeah.
Is that correct
Uh-huh.
at least?
Uh, well, 50 is where we start.
Okay, 82. How do I make I can like split
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Just you just like drag it. No, just take the problem and drag it to the right side of the thing. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. We want this over here.
Yep.
Um okay. So 50 then 82, 52, 0,
Mhm.
95, 55, 0, 99, 0, 14, 32. Okay, so
Uh,
we
so what's going on? Like, so we're getting. I see us output 0 3 times, and we didn't count it 3 times. What? How do we do that?
uh n modulo 100. We don't have anything that's actually perfectly 0 modulo 100, right? There's nothing in the example set. Doesn't look like
I
it.
don't think so. Yeah.
So, did we? Well, no. I was gonna say like, did we screw up the the input? But we definitely are looping over something. Boy, this like multiple people editing the same text file is like blowing my mind right now. Hey, you want to debug? We got command line debugging. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, run it one more time with these logs. I don't have permission to run this again. We're gonna have to reset that. How is it outputting one? Just
Are we taking crazy pills? Is that what's happening?
are we what?
Are we editing the right file? That's maybe the thing we should double check. We are. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in 1B. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, we've got console logs.
Okay.
Um, is there any world in which we are
Oh, this is that. This is
subtracting?
subtracting. Yes.
We're subtracting. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So it needs to be math.floor absolute value, right? We do
Yep.
absolute value of this.
Mhm. And so all of these are less than 100. So why was this ever not? Why was that ever not 0? Is like my next question. Just
Yes.
looking
Y
at the
is like
examples.
negative 50 divided by 100, which is like negative 0.5. What's the floor of that?
Oh man, yeah, right. Is it flooring to -1? It's probably flooring to -1.
Yeah. What is the name of the mathematical operation that like takes a value and like pushes it towards 0? Anybody know?
Now, is there a name for that? Oh,
Uh, round to zero, round towards 0.
Mm,
You want to round in a way that the absolute value is smaller, right? Which is kind of what we just did, I think. So if I run it again,
yeah. Just run it again.
we got 8 this time.
Oh fuck, that's not right either.
No, it's not. Um, we should probably print whenever this gives us, because like this should never this should always be the same, right?
Mhm.
You good?
I think yeah, there we go.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. So we never enter this thing.
Cool.
Um,
And I just put that up there because I was like, I want to because we can go with the ones that they start or
okay. So
rather they tell
we
us
transited 0 on literally the.
the first. That's not right.
Is the dial 82 after the first command? Yes, it points at 0 once. So that's this one.
Oh, wait. Oh, 50. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. That is correct.
Where
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
dial
Okay.
print go? Did you?
It's there.
Oh, okay. Wasn't it not at the top before? I guess that meant we were missing the last one, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it like this, and then once at the top. Okay, let's run it again. So it's 50. We transit 0, and we get to 82. It's 52.
Oh,
Yeah,
so from 0 to 95, we are logging that we're transiting 0, and that's incorrect.
from this one.
Yeah. So at 0, we go left 5 from 0 to -5, and we counted that, and they did not, which makes sense because we didn't cross the boundary. Um,
If the previous dial was at 0, then we
I
can't.
think
We don't
I
count
think
it.
if yeah, so this is if pre not equals 0 for both of these conditions. Seems a little silly, but also seems to be
Okay,
required.
that's 6. Should we just run on the input and see what happens?
Do it.
6,106. I'm just gonna submit it and see what
Jesus.
happens. That was correct. Look at
We're the
that.
best.
I,
Who
I
needs
I'm
an
looking
AI?
forward to the next 11 days. That's what that laugh is about. Because we are at the 50-minute mark. Granted, we spent the first 10 minutes of the stream kind of screwing around and talking about
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. We spent about 30 minutes on this. Let's be real.
Okay, yes. All right. So theoretically, we're going to spend about an hour on these problems every night and then maybe transit to other things. Uh, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So that was a taste of Advent of Code. We'll be doing this for the next 11 days. However, for the next hour and 10 minutes, that's how long the stream is. It's going to go till 9 p.m. Pacific. We want to talk about game dev and video games as well.
Yeah.
Are you
Hey,
ready for the transition?
yeah, run it again. I just cleaned up the console logs. Make sure I didn't break the program.
Okay, great. I should also upload this to our
Yeah.
GitHub repository. Um,
Oh yeah, do we have a public repo for this?
we do. It's hosted under my.
Oh, cool, great.
What is the .claude for? I'm just gonna get rid of it.
Why is there a dot? Did Claude just add that? We're not even
I
using
did.
Claude.
Okay, so full disclosure, I think I did run Claude to output all of this like JavaScript BS, all of like the
Yeah, it's
prettier
fine.
ignore and that kind of thing. So
That's not the interesting part.
yeah. In the spirit of the exercise, I might have been cheating a little bit, but that's going away. I think the VS Code settings was for the ESLint fix, so let's add that separately.
Okay.
And then everything else. Well, I guess the prettier RC was updated as well. I don't. Oh, you know what? I changed it to 100. I don't know why I was futzing around with all that stuff. All right. So this should leave us with just the stuff that we did today, right?
That looks right to me. Yeah. One down.
Look how
It's
long
got
this push
nothing
is
on
taking.
us.
This streaming business is really taxing my local
All your
internet.
bandwidth is yeah
Yeah.
going right to the.
Yeah. Excellent.
Very funny.
Okay. So that is Advent of Code. I'm gonna go ahead and switch the screen share to the browser.
Yeah. Yeah, take us to
Oh,
our
and I
our
lost my
notion of
camera
video
feed
games.
too. This is a
Ah, it
thing that.
happened again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Twitch thing. Here we go. Okay. All right. So the topic for tonight, and this is where I'd really love to hear from folks in chat as well. We're just going to talk about the year in gaming for both Dom and I. I'm on the left side, Dom is on the right side. We're going to talk through games we played, games we bounced off of. No rankings so far, but maybe we can get into that a little bit. Some of these
Mhm.
games we're probably going to spend a lot more time talking about in different sessions. A lot of these I think merit a deeper dive. Um, but we'll try to chat through at least a little bit of each game and our takes. Okie doke. So Dom, I've been talking a lot. Why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, I mean, looking at this list reminded me that we both had a huge kick at the start of the year, and what a delight that was. I still think
How
about
are
just
yours
starting a
ordered,
new
by the way?
factory.
Did you order
They were,
yours?
it's in like maybe roughly reverse cron because I went
Okay.
through
Yeah.
trophy lists to find them and went newest to oldest. Um, so yeah, mouth washing, the weird horror game I played at the start of the year.
Yeah.
Uh, Lorelei and the Laser
Wait, did you
Eyes.
bounce off mouth washing or did you play it through?
No, I finished it. It only took like 5 hours. It was just a weird. I think I played it on a train to and from New York. It was nothing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
It's
mouth washing. Oh, this time it actually found what I was looking for.
well, go to image search and
I have
you'll
been
get nothing but
profiled
mouthwash.
correctly.
There we go.
Okay, what we
That's the
want is the
game.
images of the games, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Yes, now I recall this dude. Who's the
just a weird shit game. Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't that scary. It wasn't mind altering or life changing. But like, you know what? Love a
What
weird
does
game.
mouth
It was a
washing
weird.
mean?
Uh they're trapped on a spaceship and all they have to eat or drink is mouthwash because that's all that's left after they crash. They're hauling a shipment of mouthwash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's then they all start going slowly insane because of it, which is predictable.
I see.
Um yeah. Yeah, we played some Yakuza this year. I loved RoboCop. RoboCop was honestly a standout, like just a shitty first person shooter where you get to be RoboCop and like
Is it shitty?
uh
This is Rogue City that you played?
oh yeah, no, it's not shitty. It's actually great.
Okay.
Josh Graham says Xavier Nelson makes such weird stuff. Did Xavier Nelson make mouthwashing? I don't think I realized that.
Who is Xavier Nelson?
He's the game developer who makes extremely weird games.
Okay.
um, what is it?
He was 30 under 30.
Oh,
I feel like
Space
that's a
Warlord,
dubious title nowadays, right?
Space Warlord, Organ Trader.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Of
yeah,
course. Classic.
Hypnospace Outlaw. Yeah,
Oh, he did Hypnospace Outlaw. Okay, yeah, right. Boy, this guy makes a lot of games. I guess he's
yeah.
technically not doing everything for every game, but this is a lot of games.
No, well, and I've heard it critiqued that he's very outspoken about like just make more games, just make your thing. Uh, yeah, just do it. Yeah, the Josh Graham says they focus on making little stuff real quick, and I've heard from other people in game development that they're just like, this guy makes it look too easy. Like, he's really good at making like really small, fast, janky games quick,
He is
but he's really
25
good
years
at it.
old. My God,
Yeah,
this is Gen
but like
Z like taking over the planet
he
here.
makes weird good shit. Like I really like all his stuff, and some of them are very painful, but it's all really cool.
Um,
Like he played. Did you play the Ninja Turtles tactics
I'm
game?
not seeing mouthwashing on this though.
No, I'm not
Is
sure
the
how he's connected to that.
Wikipedia wrong?
Wikipedia says mouthwashing is Critical Reflex and Wrong Organ, which are two studios I'm not super familiar with.
Okay. Well, at any rate, I'm glad to talk about this guy too. Um,
I mean, I good for him for being controversial. He makes cool shit.
yeah,
Like, may I have a career where someone says, God, he can stop making so much shit. Like, great. Good for you.
right. Okay, moving down the list. Tell me about RoboCop real quick.
Oh man. It's just Like it's just you get to. It feels like you're in a Paul Verhoeven movie.
So
You
pace
like
wise, is it like super twitchy as a shooter, or is it like really slow?
no,
You're like RoboCop, right?
it's incredibly slow.
You're
You're
like a tank.
RoboCop.
Yeah.
You're a tank. You get shot a lot. You have like your hand cannon, and you frequently like blow limbs off of bad guys
Yeah.
while saying like,
Yeah.
crime doesn't pay in your RoboCop voice.
Do you get to throw a
Uh,
guy out a window?
yeah, you can pick up any guy and throw him at any other guy.
um,
All the things that RoboCop does, he does, including like helping like prostitutes out of a jam with their like bad pimps and stuff. Like it's kind of Yakuza wholesome in a very good way.
okay. Is RoboCop propaganda a topic that will come up a lot?
Absolutely.
Okay, it is. All right. So you come out of this like feeling like good about the police because I thought it was kind of like the film was a parody, right?
Yeah. The film is a parody, but you're still rooting for RoboCop, right?
It's true. But
Yeah.
is RoboCop a cop? I mean, it's in his name, but he's kind of like the police force is not on his side, right?
I think he's a cop. Well, that's the thing. The game is the tension between the police and the corporation that runs the police. So the enemy is
Okay,
capitalism,
I see.
and the police aren't quite capitalism. The police are the underdogs trying to maintain law and order, while an even greater evil of capitalism is destroying the city. So like, eh,
I see. So this game posits that there are some cops that are not merely instruments to protect private property rights.
that's correct. And
Okay.
as RoboCop, you are at many points deciding that you are not going to do that because you're going against
Do
your
I see skill tree
programming.
here?
Yeah, dude, this game was great.
Okay. Amazing.
Yeah, there was skill tree. There was an entire mini game about programming your gun with like different chips to get different abilities, like split bullets or like extra gore. It's
What is
just delightful.
deduction in psychology? Can you like
Oh man,
negotiate your way out of conflict in this game?
yeah, you can.
Okay.
And there's some options that like yeah are more accessible with that. It had like it was all the things that I love about like a little AAA game, but it was like 15 hours long, and you were just RoboCop the whole time.
Nice.
And I think who's the actor? It's the same actor plays him.
Uh,
Peter
Peter Weller.
Peter Weller. Yeah, it's a Peter Weller joint.
Peter Weller famously, like an archaeology professor at UCLA, or what once was. That guy's accomplished.
Archaeology.
Yeah, yeah. He's like in RoboCop. He was in one of the Star Trek movies, and he has like a
That's right.
PhD in the humanities.
Good
That's
for
like a
him.
life well lived, you know.
Acrobatic Fish says in the chat he's watching a video and chucking landmines like frisbees is hilarious. Everything in this game is hilarious. You chuck motorcycles at people if they drive too close to you. It's so stupid.
Excellent.
Truly a delight.
All right.
Yeah,
We're gonna move on down the list.
bring it on.
Um, Tell me more about your list.
What else? What else? I got really into Ball X Pit.
Yes, I've been hearing about this. Triple Click covered them. What did you think?
It's it's in our Steam library. If you want to play pinball and Balatro at the same time, or like pinball and Vampire Survivors at the same time, this is a game for you.
I love
It's
the
actually
idea of
very
that.
fun. Yeah, it's good execution, strangely fun. Also has a city builder in the middle of it
Wait, where's
that
the
you build.
pinball? Like, do you have? What's going on with this image search? By the way, it's like, it's like game, and then like it just gives up entirely.
Ball
Oh
pit.
man,
You found a ball pit.
I did find a ball pit. This is DuckDuckGo. We're not gonna stream Google for now, but
No, no.
yeah.
I use DuckDuckGo for all its delightful jank.
I feel like
The
this particular aspect ratio is not doing this game any favors. Is there a thing at the bottom? Is there any kind of like dual paddle or anything?
No, so the balls shoot out of your dude. Uh it's maybe almost more pachinko. The balls shoot out of your dude, bounce around,
Okay.
and when they hit the bottom, they like return to you. And uh ball management is some of the game. Like if you get your balls stuck at the top of the screen, you don't have any more balls to shoot because they never came back to you.
Okay. What is your
But
dude exactly? Is he
just Just dude,
He's just a dude.
ball enthusiast.
This is like a humanoid, like big head anime chibi character. Is that what I'm looking at here?
Yeah, yeah, and like there's like 20 or 30 dudes you can be, and eventually you
Okay.
can be two at the same time and combine stuff. And yeah, there's like boss levels and all this stuff.
This game
It's
actually kind of seems hella my jam.
I really loved it.
Okay.
It had the exact same quality of Vampire Survivors, where it's just like I could not put it down.
Yeah.
Uh, Especially when it's like you go on a run into the ball pit, you get a new blueprint that unlocks a new character, and you're like, I want to go play with the new character. And then you discover new. You also you take the pinballs and you level up your pinballs, and you can like fuse them together into different pinballs. Uh, it's got just a weird progression system that is so strangely fun.
It's kind of funny because Vampire Survivors, I think, is a one of one game. It like spawned a whole genre, and that's still the only game of its type that I will play, and I think it's brilliant.
Mm. This is close. Uh,
Wow.
it's
Okay.
it's nice. It's nice to see a new, because it's like the same structure but a very different way to do it, and it's nice to not just have it be the like auto shooter. I move a guy around the screen and bullets come out, and that's the game. Because there's so many of those.
Right.
So yeah, recommend. We're gonna do a whole stream on Arc Raiders because it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah. Okay.
And the worst thing since sliced bread is actually terrible. It's a very
Yes.
stressful game. How
Few
about you?
games
Tell me
on
about some of yours. Yeah.
few games on this list that will potentially be discussed later. Blueprints, which is on my bounce list, so that'll be a fun conversation. But we're probably going to do a
Mhm.
longer deep dive on that one. Um, Expedition 33, the presumptive GOTY. Um,
It was
Apparently, it's
just
like at 95% probability in the prediction markets. Um,
it's so weird that there's a prediction market for Game of the Year, a thing that's not a real award or anything.
yeah, yeah. It's well, I mean, there's probably a prediction market for like the Oscars, right? And like GOTY is probably like 30% as legitimate as the Oscars. So like less legitimate, but not like dramatically more, right? It's not. It's in the same order of magnitude of illegitimacy, right?
Yeah. Wait, sorry, I had to block a spammer. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I'm into it. Thank you for moderating, by the way. It's emotional labor that I've delegated to you.
Well, all our chat is super chill so far.
Okay.
Uh,
Were they? What were
but
they
yeah,
advertising,
God.
by the way? I'm kind of curious.
Oh, cheap viewers at streamboo.com.
Okay. Yes. Those are always so. They're like double disrespectful. They weren't invited, and they're kind of like acting in bad faith. Whatever, that's fine. But the other is this like the implicit like, hey, your follower count like seems kind of low, dude. What's up with
I
your chat?
know.
Yeah,
I know. And like, I mean, as with the entire internet, I just don't understand the business of like, I'm gonna drive by and just drop shit on someone's lap and like they're gonna go to my bad website to get Twitch viewers, like,
yeah.
or Twitter followers, all utterly baffling. Uh but yeah, we're gonna yeah. I could experience Claire Obscure again for the first time because like it might I think it had an okay story and an okay game, but like man, just what a whole experience of really good new vibe it gave me. Like
Yeah.
it was just so confident and weird.
Um, I think it's kind of difficult to separate that game from the kind of narrative that it had around it of it being kind of like a new studio, it being indie, it being like made by a quote unquote small team, all of
Right,
those
all of which are
things.
actually like not totally true,
So
right?
yeah, it's so the sense in which like it's sort of hard to talk about the game without sort of grading it on a curve. Um, but I played a lot of it. I think I hit 60 hours plus.
Yeah, you finished it,
Um,
right?
I did finish it, and I had lots of thoughts about the ending, um, which is good, right? Like I think it's whether the thoughts are good or bad, you had lots of them, and that's a successful piece of content, right?
I mean, it just had it had such good writing that I feel like we were discussing whether or not the character's motivations like made sense by the end of it, which like I don't recall doing for many video games.
Yeah.
Like I've never ended an Assassin's Creed and been like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I buy that. Like I don't know, Charlemagne would have acted that way.
Yeah. Okay, just to move us along, I think Death Stranding on your side, we're also going to talk separately about if there's
We'll do
time.
A Kojima cast.
Yes. Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is on your bounced list, and Ghost of Yotei. It is the year of uh,
Open
like
world
girls with
Japanese
swords
samurai.
in
Yeah.
feudal Japan. Yes, exactly. With Ennio Morricone soundtracks. We'll probably do a separate conversation about those games. Yotei actually happens to be the game that I am playing currently. Um,
Nice. Are you enjoying it?
I am. I for a while I was a little nervous.
Hmm.
Because I assumed that it would be in a different category of good than Assassin's Creed Shadows, and
I'm not
I
sure it is.
don't think it. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's quite there yet. So we'll see. Uh,
I mean, I remember from the first Ghost of Tsushima, it wasn't great. It was just so comfortable the whole way through.
yes, I think Ghost
Like
of
it's
Tsushima was a far better initial impression than Ghost of Yotei.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen all of this before, basically.
Yes. Okay, let's not spoil too much of it. We'll talk a little bit more about Ghost of Yotei. Um, moving down the list, let's see here. I'll switch over to the games I played. I think the
Yeah.
bounce is going to be more interesting to talk about. But
Mm.
yes, Factorio, just to revisit, Dom and I played a shitload of Factorio at the
God, that
end
was
of
fun.
last year and then into January of this year, I want to say. Um,
It's just a drug, man. I
yeah,
can't
we,
touch Factorio
we,
again
we
if
benefit
I
from the whole like winter, like sort of like lapsed maturity, kind of like extended adolescence that is working for a Silicon Valley company, or at least I do. I had like a 2 week long winter break. In fact, I think I've had one of those
yeah, I
for the
do have that
last
coming
like
up
decade
again.
and a half or something insane like that. It's great. It's like play video games time, right? Um, and I spent into all of that. It was my welcome into the Trump era was just playing Factorio, right? Uh,
I think I recall you sort of like did I was I the one who like pointed you at this and I was like I think you really like this and you sort of bounced and then somehow got into it. I forgot
We
quite how
played
that
it like a
happened.
year or two. I think I've owned it for several years, and the initial
Yeah.
play, I was like, I don't want to carry my coal into the oven every single time, and I bounced like within the first 10 minutes, right?
Yep.
Uh, and then fast forward to the winter of 2024, 2025, I played it for like probably 30 hours, which is not doesn't sound like a lot, but if you think about it, I like compressed those 30 hours into the space of like 6 days or 7 days.
Yeah, it was like
It was
30
a lot.
hours in a week. It was a
Yeah,
full-time job.
it was a lot. And then I made like the conscious decision to like uncouple myself from the game. I was like, okay, I saw the rocket launch occur. I should not continue on this. And I never even touched Space Age. Is it? Is that the sequel or the DLC?
Yeah, and like it's an entirely different game.
Shit.
Like what if Factorio was 5 times bigger and more interesting?
We're oh jeez, don't tell me that, man, because we're like coming up on like my 1 year anniversary of having played Factorio seriously, and like I mean the game has everything. It's got automation. It, like
You're
you know what
jonesing.
I spent all my time like refactoring my fucking conveyor belts. You know what I mean? Like I would like literally move my stuff over by like 3 tiles in order to get things to
Yeah.
align correctly.
It just yeah, it's just so satisfying.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I love city builders and I've never really gotten into automation games, but like something about this, it just has every little tool in exactly the right place. Everything about it feels so good.
I feel like they
God,
have a
yeah.
pretty good blog. If you're into
And
game
the blog
dev,
is fascinating,
yeah, they've
yeah.
got a lot of good stuff, like how they have to synchronize the conveyor belts and that kind of thing. Because it's
How is it on
multiplayer and it needs to
Switch?
be
How do you play this
precise.
on
Yeah,
Switch?
I don't know.
What?
This is a very well engineered piece of software. The Switch is not a powerful device, and there's a lot going on processing wise, right?
And when they've talked about like how they model all this stuff, and isn't it that like objects aren't actually moving? I forget how this works.
Maybe, but they do have to like account for every single one of these like little coal units on the conveyor belts, right? Those are all like
It's something like each conveyor belt segment is managing its own contents and handing it to the next one,
okay,
but
yeah,
the coal unit isn't actually an entity.
I see. Yeah,
Because I think you would go crazy otherwise. It'd be impossible.
yeah, I think that makes sense. But you know, like this is probably all like a bunch of arrays of things, right? It's essentially a big
Yeah,
particle system, I guess. Um,
I think it's a big particle system. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
yeah.
And
Um,
it's multiplayer with a million people, and it works great.
yeah. Josh is talking about blog posts. I'm assuming for Factorio. That was in the context of Factorio. Um, but I'm curious to know if there's anything specific that jumped out to you, Josh. While we think about that question, let's move on from Factorio. Game I played, had been meaning to play for a while, that I played at the beginning of the year was Norco, which I
Oh
believe was
yeah,
a.
how'd you like that?
I think that was a purchase that I actually borrowed from you. Oh, great! I'm getting bikes. Um, I also have to remember to suffix game. So Norco is really inspired by this like set of games from the NES era, made by the same company whose name escapes me. But one of those games was Shadowgate, and the other game was Deja Vu. And it's all this kind of like first person point and click adventure type thing. Um, with like an action panel or like a people panel that you can talk to on the side. Um, and it's I think worth playing if you are patient and you want something very very left of center. I
Okay.
mean that both aesthetically and politically as well. Um, I don't necessarily think it's like as deeply affecting as like a Disco Elysium, for example. I mean, I just compared this game to like probably the greatest point and click adventure game ever made, so it's not
It's
really
yeah,
that
it's
fair.
unfair
Yeah, unfair.
comparison.
So it's about a woman who goes home to like put like basically future cyberpunk New Orleans,
Mhm.
trying to clean out the old house after her mom died, and then learning something about her missing father who was also dead, and trying to figure out what's there, and then it gets tied into a conspiracy theory with a giant oil company and also a weird cult. Um, so it actually reminds me a lot of True Detective season 1. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh shit, that's a good sell.
Yeah, it's also
Speak,
which is also about
one
New
of my favorite
Orleans.
one of my favorite pieces of weird Louisiana media.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But I think it has a very similar feel. You
Mhm.
know, with this kind of cyberpunk twist to it. But there's like weird, kind of like the sort of like marrying of the occult and the absurdly wealthy. I think
Mhm.
it's like a common kind of like film noir trope, right? Um, it also just might be a true observation about real life, right? Because I think,
And especially New Orleans. God, that's such a good like pixel bourbon street though.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah, something about extraordinary wealth demands you to invent some kooky ideology, right?
Well, and like we can see it today because like I don't know, when's the last time you heard Peter Thiel talk? But like, man, it's weird.
Yeah, I guess there's like the sort of like unholy alliance of anti-vax, AI accelerationism, and buying a
There's
missile
the
silo.
everlasting
Yeah,
life cult in there, the people who are going to live forever with their nootropics and
yeah, or they'll live forever in a bunker in New Zealand or something like that, right?
right, right. What gets me though is like I think specifically Peter Thiel is like talking about like everything to him is either a Christ or an antichrist, and I was like, my dude, you have really gone far off the deep end here, like more than you realize.
Yeah. The one
So
kind
yeah,
of
it's
funny
reality.
thing I will mention about Norco
Hmm.
is that it is interspersed with what I can only describe as combat. So like you can fight this
Oh,
cat, um, or you can basically there's
huh.
just like reflex oriented, click in the right place oriented gameplay that plays out in semi real time, and it is really bad. Uh, and I only say that to say that as you and I know intimately, the temptation
That's
to put
hard.
combat into a game that does not really suggest or conform itself to combat, the temptation to do that is very very strong as a game developer.
I understand.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like Make It Terror Boy, didn't we had combat free, people were like, there's nothing to do. Where's the combat?
Yeah. Yeah. But you can't listen to all your playtesters. But you know what? We made a game in 6 months. We had the combat in there from day one, and we
Oh, I
left
think
it
the
in there.
combat was good, yeah,
Yeah.
but combat is hard. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's hard. So the combat in Norco is like I think completely superfluous. There is a setting that does not come on to by default where you can just say like make the combat easier, and I
Mm.
turn that on. But I actually do that for games that are about the combat too. Like for Clair Obscura, I turned up the parry window. You know,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It's more fun
So
that way.
yeah. Okay. So Norco, very weird, very cool. It makes you feel weird things. So if you took, I think my tagline would be: you take True Detective season one, mix it with cyberpunk aesthetics and Kentucky Route Zero, and you have this game.
That's a weird combination.
Yeah.
That's a really weird
I think
combination
I
of
think it works
things.
completely. Yeah, I think it works well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something about like just having that be New Orleans honestly makes the whole thing make sense.
yeah. I think you should play it. It's about New Orleans. It's about your hometown. So
It's been recommended to me
I
specifically
mean,
for
look
that a
at
couple
these
times. I'm just
scores, man. I don't even know what Games Hub is, but it's like 100 out of 105 stars. Like this is like a really really enthusiastic review here.
that's really quite good.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You know what? Maybe I mean like
I did
it's the
not
holiday coming.
myself give it 100 out of 105 stars, but you know what? Somebody did, and that means something.
No, but we're about to enter that winter holiday, and I wonder if I can like I don't know. Can I get like a couple 8 hour games out of the way? Just
Yeah,
instead of 40 hours of Factorio, I'll play a Norco and four other weird small games.
yeah. Norco is great. In the theme of weird games, Rise of the Golden Idol, the
That's the sequel,
sequel
right?
to Curse of the Golden Idol.
Nice.
Same type of game, scratches the same exact itch. Uh, yeah, it's good. Uh, for those of people who don't know, I don't need to do the search for this thing. This game is
Yeah.
famous, and I'd say it came and went. You know what it really was good for was it was a game that I could play on the TV with Bunny. So it was a game that we played
Mm.
together. It is a play together game.
Isn't it? I heard this one has a lot of windows and like,
Yes, yes.
and that it actually was like a much more challenging sort of non mouse and keyboard experience than the previous one.
I honestly do not remember enough about the first one to remember exactly how to do the compare and contrast, but there are a
Okay.
lot of these the game is about the kind of like Janet is wearing the green sweater and the boy who is 30 years old is standing by the fireplace, and you kind of have to like logic your way through it. It's just like a giant like logic query problem, and all of those different dimensions get their own window, right? And
Okay.
yes, it's windowy, but I don't think I think long story short, it did not feel meaningfully different in gameplay wise to the
Nice.
first one. Fun game. Both you and I played Like a Dragon, um, or various
I
parts of the
mean,
Yakuza series.
because it's just the best game series ever created.
Yeah.
I have Yakuza pilled so many people at this point.
What's your proudest achievement?
I mean, the fact that I now get regular Majima memes from multiple friends
Yeah.
just makes me warms my
Look at
heart.
these dudes. This is great. Uh, this is why we play this game secretly. It's it's the sort of it's the outlet for whatever degree of homoerotic repression you're subjecting yourself to. It's we
I
can
see.
play Yakuza.
I love football. Like I'm very familiar with homoeroticism as like pop culture, and
Yes.
somehow Yakuza is like it's not even that. It's like so unsexy sometimes. I don't
Yes.
know.
Uh,
The dudes just have to punch and cry. They just have to punch and cry everything.
yeah. For a game that takes it's like 70% occurring in a red light district, uh, and has I
Nobody
believe like
fucks.
literal Japanese porn stars playing in like bit parts in these games.
I
It's
think that's
not a
right.
super
Yeah.
sexy series, but it's fucking amazing. um,
The only time it's ever sexy is the one weird mini game in every game where you're like trying to flirt with someone and it's always incredibly uncomfortable. Like you do a mini game and you get a video of someone like showing you their bikini and it's terrible.
when does Kiryu cry? Is it a
That's
guide?
the last scene of the game.
Oh, this is the one in the new one, right?
Yeah.
When he sees the
I mean, when does
video of
Kiryu cry?
with the
Kiryu
orphan.
cries in every
He
game.
does cry in every game.
He
He's like crying on the
he's always
inside. Yeah,
crying.
he's always crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we love him.
Yeah,
Um,
this is why I love him actually.
okay, so Like a Dragon Gaiden. I actually forgot I played this game this year. That's the depth of impression that it left on me. Um, and yet I don't know. I just feel like this game series. What more can I say about it? Like it is like risen to the heights of. It's kind of unimpeachable at this point.
I mean, it doesn't really even really matter what I'm doing. I'm just going back for the
Like
vibe.
look at the screenshot
Like
for Christ's sake. Can you imagine what a life achievement would be for people to like make this screenshot for your game?
I can you find a picture of the game director of Yakuza?
Yeah, believe it might even be here. Like, is this dude the director?
No. He's cooler.
Does he look like a Yakuza?
Yes.
Is it
Yeah,
probably
just
Ryu?
take Gaiden out. Yeah.
Oh yes, I have seen this guy. This dude, right?
Yeah. He just looks like and he's like frequently in a leather jacket. I'm
He
just
looks
like, you're
like a
clearly
character in the games that he
in
makes.
Yakuza. I know. I saw this and I was like, oh, I understand now. Like he's making what he knows, which is being a really cool guy,
Yeah,
maybe punching people.
yeah. He's got eyeliner on, if I'm not mistaken. Here, he might have like
I
drawn on
very
eyebrows as
likely.
well. Yeah, yeah. This guy's a badass.
Yeah, he could be a Yakuza. I would believe it. It would
100 out of
explain a lot.
100, 5 stars.
But how heartbreaking is it that the Yakuza Play Yakuza article was a fabrication? That just ruined me when I found that out this year.
Oh no.
Did is this how you're learning? I'm so sorry. It's fake.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
It's really
Um,
disappointing because
it,
it was a stunning piece of journalism, if
yeah.
real.
What website was it on?
Ah, I forget. It's ancient. It's old internet.
Like from the aughts?
Yeah,
Boing boing. Yeah, that's pretty old.
it's pretty old. There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that was my Yakuza experience for this year. I greatly look forward to the next one whenever it comes out. Infinite Wealth was what 2024, top of 2024.
Mhm.
It feels like they do enough content recycling that a new Ichiban game should be coming out soon, but they haven't announced anything.
No. Oh, well, there's that new one, Project, the jazz game. The jazz game looks
Yeah, the Jazz
fun.
era, Taisho era one, where
Uh,
you actually kill
Sir
people.
Yeah, Sir Nelton asks, as Game Devs, do you two have picks for Game of the Year?
We will get there. Let's. That's a great question. I think I want to
That is
summarize
a
our
good
list, and then we can
question.
kind of like pick. Uh,
Yeah, I will. I will pick.
yes.
It's a hard one to pick though.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard based on this list. Actually, for reasons that are not that obvious, at least for me. Plowing
Whatever
right
it
through.
is, it's not Silk Song, which I think is hilarious.
Okay. I forgot that I played Star Trek Resurgence, which is actually a good game. It is. I think we might even do a conversation about the Telltale diaspora. Telltale Games famously making the Walking Dead series. They made a lot of the late era Monkey Island games, also A Wolf Among Us. Really amazing, kind of like I think genre defining, really modern point and click adventure games that are narrative driven. Um, and They went bankrupt or something like that. Actually, a friend of me and my brother, who's in the chat, or he was at one point,
He had to bow out. Yeah.
was their chief operating officer for a while. He might have been, even
Oh.
been the guy that had like turned the lights out at Telltale.
Ooh.
And they were also local to the Bay Area. I think they were in San Rafael, somewhere in Marin County.
Hmm.
Anyways, they were amazing. And then they had to break up the studio, and then like a bunch of their people kind of like made separate companies. I even think that there's like an official like Telltale reboot company. Um, but Star Trek Resurgence and Dispatch, I think, are two different, were made by two different companies.
Mhm.
Both games I enjoyed greatly, and we may even talk about them a little bit more. Did you play Dispatch?
I'm 3 chapters in. I keep I keep not picking up the next chapters. I'm just like, I want to really focus on this for an hour, and I feel like that just hasn't happened to me because I'm just like, I know I'm about to get like taken for a ride.
Chapter 4 is the
Um,
juicy one. It's where you make all the critical choices.
that's the juicy one. Oh,
Yeah,
great. Well, the juice is coming, but
yeah.
it's so. I mean, the first 3 chapters were delightful the whole way through. Like, I did it in one sitting, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to savor this, and now I'm like savoring it too hard.
Nice. Oh, I feel like we're like half an hour, 40 minutes in this conversation, and I did not preface this with the idea that like we're not necessarily playing games that were made in 25 or launched in 2025. These are just the games that
No.
Dom and I played this year, and so like this constitutes backlog games or just games that we didn't have a chance to get to during the years that they came out. Which is
No, and
why
a lot of these are
yeah,
2025, but a lot of these are
a
old.
lot of a
Yeah.
lot of these are old. Um, for example, Baldur's Gate 3, right, which I think was Game of the Year like 2 years ago. I think I bounced off of Baldur's Gate 3 like a total like 4 independent times before I was finally able to slog through it. Yet another game where I turned the game down to easy and it made it a lot more palatable to play. Maybe I don't like video games. Maybe that's the conclusion I'm coming to right now.
Well, there's too many of them, and the time you have to spend on them is precious.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Sir
Baldur's Gate
Elton says,
3.
"Can relate, brother."
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. Um, it's good, but also just a total slog. And it's like I
How
think it
long did it
actually
take
is.
you to finish that game? Yeah.
I think it's like an 80 to 90 hour game. You know, it's probably longer than that
Oof,
because I did a lot of saves coming, even though I was playing it on
that's
like the
fair.
easiest difficulty. Uh, and You know what's great about it? It is that it is like hilarious, right? I think that's actually the
Okay.
greatest achievement of Baldur's Gate 3 is how funny it is. Um, and So much ink has been spilled about all of its other positive qualities. Um, People are really into like doing crazy shit, and it's a game that like really allows you to do crazy shit.
Mm.
Um, I would say compare like on that scale, I was pretty tame about what I did. Everything else
It's
requires just like a ton of setup, and I don't have time for
it's
that.
got the flavor of like a drag. It sounds like modern Dragon Age. It sounds like instead of getting shittier, it got better. and has well written characters and like interesting systems and a story you impact.
Yeah.
Instead of what happened to Dragon Age.
Yes. Okay. So coming into games I remember a little bit more clearly, but I will try not to like spend too much time talking about them. Actually, let's take a quick little break into Subsurface. What is this game? Nobody's heard of it. It's because I made it, or I made it with people. So this is the game jam that I did earlier this year. It's on itch. Just search for Subsurface.
Hell yeah.
There's a game jam that my buddy in Oakland, Salmon, organizes with a bunch of his pals, and I was lucky enough to get invited. We all went to his cabin in Wisconsin, and
That sounded
it
like
was
such a
snowy.
delight. Like game jam
Uh,
in a cabin. I love
you
it.
know what? There's like going to be more people. I wonder. I should see if I can squeeze you in to the one
Oh yeah,
happening in
let
a
me
few
know.
months. We'll see. Salmon is actually going to be my co-host in a couple days on this stream when Dom is out on the 4th. So maybe I'm excited to figure out what exactly we're going to be chatting about once the programming is done. Maybe he'll talk about his career because he still is doing game development. Anyways, we did this game.
Nice.
It was a Godot game. It was very strange and weird. It's about you're this guy with a cape, and you walk around, and this robot follows you around. And then it's like a minesweeping game. You're like in this post-apocalyptic planet. You've crawled out of a vault or something like that, and you are constantly like scanning for mines. I think this is a mine, and this is the robot that can scan. And the robot tells you where the mines are, but I think the only way that you could avoid them is by walking around them. And that was the game. I did play the game because I worked on it. Um,
I like this one. It was really fun.
yes,
And it's weird. It's just
it's exceptionally
more
weird.
weird games. Yeah.
Yes. Much can be said about the emotional roller coaster of working on a game jam game over the course of 72 hours. And there was, I had, I don't know if I divulged this to Salmon or anybody else, but I think there was probably 80% of the way through timeline wise, I was not confident that we would have anything coherent to ship. But that's game jams, right? That's kind of like the way that they are.
That I was gonna say that do be how it goes sometimes. Because
Yep.
woof, yeah.
Actually, a lot of game jams that you and I have done in the past 12 to 24 months have, I think, fulfilled that particular prediction of just like not
I think we've
materializing.
yeah, I think we've failed as many game jams as we've succeeded at, which is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's why we do it, to try something weird and new.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Hades 2. That's
Perfection.
actually my most recent game I played. No, I think I might have done Dispatch after Hades 2 as a kind of like palate cleanse. Two very, very different
I
games.
played a couple of runs today when I was feeling sick and tired and couldn't focus on work, and I was like, I'll just play Hades. It was a good choice.
Yes. Hades 2, I think you and I both bought it during when it first came out in early access because I think Hades may very well be my favorite game of the last decade.
The first one, yeah,
Yeah.
that's real.
So we were excited to play Hades 2. And uh, the early access release to me was like super rough, to the point that I was like scared. And granted, I
Mhm.
think part of it was just me feeling very nervous about uh, like sprinting as opposed to dashing 5 million times in a row, the kind of classic Zagreus.
It's weird what a difference that made though. Like such a
Yes.
I don't know. I'm glad we trusted them with I don't know. They knew what they were doing in
The
the end.
sprint
Yeah.
and the cast actually made for a completely different game,
So,
which I really enjoyed.
and like yes, I think an improvement over the original in terms of like combat and play in the game itself.
I think that's right. I think I actually found myself enjoying the combat more. Is Hades 2 a game that we can talk a whole session about? I don't. know. I think we can, right? Like you played through all of the early access, so maybe
Yeah,
we'll
I've
save.
played most of the game, as long as you don't spoil the ending for me.
Yeah,
But
maybe we'll
yeah,
save the. I do want to talk about the plot though.
I'll
Anyway,
get there. I'll get there.
yeah. Um, I'll see how much because I do have like fairly significant issues with the plot line of this. Um,
Well, and you've only played the original ending and not the apparently fixed one.
no, I played through the fixed one too. I
Oh, you did.
actually I did the grind. I like beat the game 15 more times.
Oh man, that's rough.
But that's a
That's
run, right?
rough.
You can beat the game. When I say beat the game, I mean going through either the surface
You gotta run. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or through what is it, the going to Hades, I guess. That's
Yep.
the other one.
Yep.
Yeah. But there's lots to say about I think the narrative of this particular one, and also the gameplay as well. What I will say about Hades is that like of the games that like inspire us to be working on our second game for our studio, Hades is like pretty close at the top, for a variety of different reasons. It's great.
And it has many an imitator.
Does it?
I think so. I feel like a lot of games have sort of like adopted Hades trappings
What are the
since it
big
came out.
Hades imitators to you? You know what? Let's talk about it. This is actually
Yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
grist for the
That'll be a
mill
good.
for a
Okay,
different session.
we'll
Um,
do a Hades stream. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes. Okay. Ghost of Yotei we already mentioned. Let's answer the question. What was your game of the year, Dom?
It was Expedition 33, and now it's
Okay.
actually Arc
Yes.
Raiders.
And not Arc Raiders, did you say?
No, no. I would say it was Expedition 33. I think it is Arc Raiders now.
Okay. Yes. Tell me more.
Or they're neck and neck. They're just. I mean, Expedition 33 obviously, uh, artistically just this wild new experience, that was not as indie as it claimed to be. But like, man, what a stellar journey that was.
Yeah.
Just weird. I really liked SDA and all the weirdness there. I know you didn't like it at all, but I thought it was delightful and whimsical and just had such good vibes.
You can buy. This is how indie the game is now. You can like buy costume packs for your characters, right?
Oh God.
I should be a
To
little
be
bit. To be
fair,
fair, yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. If we ever release another game, we are gonna have cosmetic DLC day one for $10 because that's where all the money is.
Yeah. True. True. Um,
But yeah,
we'll have
this
a whole.
this is great.
Yeah. We'll have a whole conversation about Expedition 33. But I think I, like you, used to think this was the game of the year. But I don't know. Are we both doing the hipster move and saying like, oh well, we're gonna skew, we're gonna steer away at the last second for the presumptive GOTY because we're too
I,
cool.
I I honestly just can't stop thinking about Arc Raiders. I'm having so much fun with it. So
Okay.
uh yeah, and I think it's because it's a bit of a Hades like, or I'm playing it like a roguelike where I go on a run, I get stuff, and eventually my run ends when I meet the final boss, which might be some random dude who ganks me from behind.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. And I hate multiplayer games most of the time. But like, I don't know, man, it just works.
Um, I'm just observing now that I always thought it was really cool that Lune did not wear shoes in Expedition 33.
Was there a reason for this?
I
Or was it just because they wanted to put feet in the game?
so here's the thing is I don't consider myself to be like a foot kink person at all. I mean, like they're fine. Like I suppose I would say that I like feet as much as the next person, but like
This
I'm
is
not.
going on YouTube, Jeff.
I know, but I'm like it's not like a particular like. Uh, I'm neither confirming nor denying
I think as much as the next person is probably a good way to phrase it, because that's probably just whatever a normal amount is.
but I acknowledged to myself intellectually that I thought it was cool that she didn't wear shoes, and I
Yeah.
just thought it was like an interesting aesthetic choice. But now that you're asking the question, why is it this way? I think it's just I think it's to satisfy the feet people.
I mean, she also like flies the whole time, right? Like her feet never touch the ground when she's running. So like there's like I think one of the things I just love about Expedition 33 so much is that every character has like so much more going on than you experience in the story.
Yeah.
Uh like yeah, Luna's got that. CL just has like these crazy tattoos and like
Yes.
throws cards as her means of attack. It's just like why anything is the way it is just unexplained, and they don't spend a lot of time trying to be like, well, she doesn't wear shoes because she has a better connection to the ether or some shit that makes it, means that she can channel power. And it's just like, no, man, she just like flies around and doesn't wear shoes because that's like her thing.
Yeah.
Uh, and I like that they're just sort of like you could fill in the blanks. They kind of just let you fill in the blanks with whatever you want the whole time, and it felt very. It's one of the things that made it feel so respectful of like the player and the story and the experience.
Yeah. But the weakness of Expedition 33 is that it was not arc raiders. Is I think what I'm getting from you right now.
It's I'm trying to think of like the last game that I had such like a good gameplay experience with, where I was like, I really love every action I take in this thing. Can you find like find a leaper, Arc Raiders leaper.
Is that this thing?
Yeah, yeah, that fucker.
Okay.
Uh, can you find like a GIF of it? I don't know if that'll even come through on the stream or not. It's just like it's one of the more insane enemy designs I've ever encountered, and it like literally shoots across the map at you with a rocket jetpack.
I like this.
Yeah, yes. You'll just like if you get its attention, it will literally get you from anywhere on the map and just like hop on your face, and it's very hard to kill. It just it keeps putting me in situations where like I'm having to make interesting decisions about my equipment and where I'm placed and like what I'm choosing to do on this map. And like, yeah, I don't know, like it feels Hades like and Bloodborne like. It's got a lot of Souls quality to it where I'm like dying and losing progress.
All right. Well, don't spill the beans too much.
Yeah,
We're gonna talk more
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
I'll try to get
I'll go deeper.
whatever
Yeah,
day that Jim is available because he's playing Arc Raiders 2. We'll get you
yeah,
two to talk about it, and you can both
sick.
shame me into playing it. I don't know why. Like it's third person. I'm not gonna get motion sick from this.
Nope.
So I should
Yeah,
probably get in on this. But I'm playing freaking Ghost of Yote right now. It's too many games.
I mean, Yote's great. There's too many
Yeah.
games, and like this is a weird one because like, well, I'll talk about with Jim, but the solo experience is almost better than the co-op experience because when
Interesting.
you're in co-op, people people get feisty and they're like, I can take down that other team of three people. We got three people. But when it's solo, everyone's like, please don't shoot me. I'm just a little guy.
Nice. All right. Well, there'll be more about Arc Raiders, I think, in other days of this particular stream. My game of the year is not Arc Raiders because I haven't played it yet. Um, I think I might just have the recency bias, but it's probably going to be Hades 2. Boy, that's kind of astonishing, actually. But yeah, I really got into Hades 2. Uh,
I mean, it's really fucking
yeah,
good.
it's very very good. The combat's great. I have again many thoughts about the story, similar to how I have thoughts about the ending of Expedition 33. But it's good to have thoughts, right?
Mhm.
Like the worst thing you could say about a game is to not have thoughts about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the same vibe as Expedition 33, where it's like the ending. I was just like, I have big feelings about this ending. In fact,
Yeah.
ah, Zernarth in the chat saying, "I'm serious when I say I may not play Arc Raiders again." Uh, yeah,
So if
it
there are
is frustrating.
folks still in the chat, I'm curious to know what your games of the year are.
Yeah, I'd love to hear
Um,
GOTY from folks
I
who are
think I
around.
think Acrobatic Fish threw in some things into the pool here. Released this year, Dispatch,
Mhm.
which I agree is also very good. I think it's just like too small. I have more to say about Dispatch, but like I think it's too small for
What?
me to like really think of it in that regard. But like it's an
Yeah, I mean,
amazing
he
8 hour
said
hang, you know.
he said hard to describe as a game in its full effect, and I think that's one of the interesting things about all the Telltale games is
Yes.
like, is it a game or a movie, and
Yeah.
does it matter? Not really, but it also is kind of a movie.
Yes. I see some Kerbal Space Program also going on in there, which also seems really cool, like a cool mention.
That
Um,
is that is factorial level bullshit if you get into it the right way.
it's funny because I think he was trying to get me to play Kerbal, and I like politely said, "Yeah, cool." That's sort of frustrating, like not non-committal approval or nod. But I just had too much else going on, and I wasn't gonna like
Mm.
it. It seemed way too systemsy for me to like take on in my life. I'm trying to learn how to play. I'm trying to play guitar again. Like I can't do the
I
systemsy
know.
thing.
Guitar is a video game, and there's not enough time for video
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
Esther Carlton says Marvel Rivals is his pick for the year, which is a good pick.
Excellent. That's on your list this year as well, Dom.
I really love it. I did not expect to enjoy a hero shooter as much as I am, and like it's nice that it's third person. Overwatch first
Is
person always felt kind of
2025
bad.
the year of Dominic DeGrotti's multiplayer uh, multiplayer game life?
I mean, possibly, and like very intentionally too, because I want more games where I can like hang out with friends.
Yeah,
Uh, and I'm trying to get past the social anxiety of hanging out with friends in video games. So like I'm trying to do more multiplayer stuff and like interact with humans online.
yeah.
And it's working.
I may end up
But this is a
doing
great
the
one.
like the
You can
Gloomhaven.
be that little shark. That little
Oh yeah,
shark is the
that's
main character, and he fucking rocks.
there's a shark in the DC universe as well. I think he's called Killer
Yeah, but
Shark.
he's not that cute.
Yeah, it's true.
Jeff, that shark is named Jeff the Land Shark.
Jeff with a J.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a big fan. Do you like how that was like that was the operative question there? Was how was
Well,
his name spelled?
Jeff with a G is bullshit. We all know that.
Yeah, yeah, it's not a real name. Okay. What character is this with the stars? Is that a Marvel's character?
Yeah, that's Luna Snow, and I think she was made for
Oh,
this,
this is
but
like
like
invented for the game type thing. It's fine. She has
yeah,
great hair. She
she
has
has
great
some
hair.
X-Men lore.
Okay.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Marvel Rivals, a game that I did not play but heard lots of good things about.
It was good. Yeah.
Yep.
I
Okay.
mean, they just added Gambit, so I get to fulfill my New Orleans fantasy one more
Yeah,
way.
you can also do your Gambit impression, which I look forward to hearing. Um,
Mm. We'll
okay.
see. We'll see.
Distinct. I think it's a good segue. We have like 10 minutes left. Distinctly not in the list of GOTY this year are things that are maybe surprising to people. For neither of us played Silk Song, right? That's like the other. That's like the distant number two of 2025 in the
There's
prediction markets,
too many
right?
games.
Yeah.
Well, and some of my friends have played it and said like, I'm not sure I recommend this game
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it's basically as if the end of Hollow Knight, which is kind of miserable, was extended into a much longer game.
It's like the devs were like, well, we just need to make more, and then they just like were in the same mindset, you know.
Yeah, or like the environment has more traps. There's more like weird, funky
You
things
lose
that kill
famously
you.
you lose 2 health every time you get hit, right?
You lose two. Oh,
Well, I think
interesting.
most things take off 2. That was like the big
Okay,
general complaint, right? This fucker probably
fascinating.
takes off 2.
Oh, and if you start with four, that's nothing. Oh,
Yeah.
brutal.
I think it's of the philosophy, like in basketball, that like most shots take 2, and maybe one takes 3, and a very few take 1. You know,
Okay, that's fair.
that's sort of the math. They're trying to get not have floating point in their health system.
That's real.
Yeah,
And like I will play this game at some point because Hollow Knight was really good.
Hollow
But
Knight is
like
good.
Also, Metroid Prime 4 comes out this year, and like I could go play a Metroidvania that's a Metroid, and that
Hollow
will
Knight
frustrate me far less.
for me, and I guess this basically says everything. Hollow Knight to me was like it was good in the I enjoyed it, don't need to play it again type of
Mm.
category.
So I never finished it. So I went back and actually played it to the end this year.
Yeah,
It's not that long.
yeah, yeah,
I think I just like sort of stopped in the middle because I was playing on Switch and traveling.
yeah.
But I will say I found the map system to be like a total revelation.
Okay,
Because
like
like
the
they start you off with nothing, and then you're buying like markers on the map, and like for the first part of the game you have to navigate with like no map, and then a map that doesn't have you on it.
yeah.
Uh and it's just they really made the exploration so meaningful and good in a way that I feel like I've never experienced in a Metroidvania before. So I really enjoyed sort of the fresh step through that.
Sure. In addition to the kind of the gameplay, which it's really, or the combat feel, which is really famous for,
Combat's so tight, yeah.
and the platforming, which is almost obnoxious. It's tight enough that they just like made everything this like hellish Celeste style platforming without necessarily the joy, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
on top of all of that, I think the realization that like when you play Metroid, half the fun is just like scrolling through the map, right? And then like really
Yep.
leaning into that.
Yeah. Sir Dalton asked, did we talk about Split Fiction? He hasn't played it, but
We
heard a lot
did
about it.
not.
No, neither of us played it either.
That Split Fiction was on the list of everyone's. Actually, I think early on, people were like, "It's better than It Takes Two," which was GOTY like a couple of years ago, right?
Now
Um,
the problem Split Fiction has is the curse of it came out in January, right? Oh, March. Okay. It's just so early. It's early in the year and people forgot about it already.
yeah. Can't say anything about Split Fiction. Um, I that's another game that my
It
brother
looks
played
great.
that my brother played, and he was like, "Yeah, you should really play it with us." And I gave him the polite nod again. Uh huh. Sounds good. Um, okay, going through bounce games real quick. I thought this would actually be more interesting to talk about these, but we're not gonna have the time. I we both put Elden Ring Night Rain. Elden Ring. I think both of us put like 120 hours into Elden Ring. Um, and
Night
even
Rain sucked so much.
attempted to play it again. I think this year did we when was our little like Elden Ring side quest where we both tried to beat the the horse guy in the beginning of the game at level 0.
Oh, yeah, that was this
Yeah,
year. That was very funny.
yeah, that was funny, and it was kind of like our attempt to get back into Elden Ring again. I could not, like, Night Rain was just like, I don't need this in my life.
I have a lot of game design critique for that one because like it took Elden Ring and said, what if it was Fortnite
Yeah,
in just the weirdest way possible?
yeah.
Yeah, like everything I love about a Souls game was just like sort of like sucked right out of it, and they left only the worst parts, which are the combat and the pain and the frustration.
Yeah, I basically did not enjoy it from start to finish. Played it for a few hours and backed off it. Okay. Why did we both play Jusan? Was it free on PS Plus this year? Is that why?
I think so,
Okay.
and it might be in our Steam library from a humble bundle.
Okay.
Uh, it
Uh,
looks cute.
yeah.
It's kind of like mountain climbing was kind of neat, but like I could not. I just fell off it really fast. I played a session, never felt compelled to open it again.
Yeah. It's actually really beautiful. I think it
It's really pretty.
has the feel of truly an indie game that is like punching above its weight class, and it has a kind of like emptiness and lack of weight. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That could be said about our games as well, which is true. Like I think it is the curse of like an indie game when you're trying to do something of this scope, but you don't quite have the. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was beautifully art directed, but
Yep.
something I don't know, like the climbing the mountain just wasn't fun enough, which was a pity.
Yep. We also both placed a 1000X Resist, which I don't know if it was free. Did we buy it? I think we might have bought it.
We bought it. We bought it in our put games on the corporate card at the end of 2024 for research, and that was like in the roundup of like best indie games of the year, yada yada
Okay,
yada.
yes. I think often talked about as being like a narrative triumph. Definitely PS1 core.
I
Couldn't get
still see
into
people
it.
talking about how good it is, and like
Couldn't get into it.
I have a little bit of FOMO. Yeah, I might
Yeah,
try again
yeah. I
someday,
have
but
some
like
FOMO too. 1000X. I don't need to. We don't need to see screenshots. Let's see what else is on here. Dragon Age Veilguard. Did we both play that this year, or did you play that last year?
I played it this year. I
Veilguard, but it's bad. Yes, I missed that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I added that
yeah.
just now.
Okay, yeah.
I love Dragon Age. It's one of my favorite series, and like Veilguard is not good.
Yes, two games
But
on here that are like the possible end of two giants of open world game development, BioWare and Ubisoft, right? Um,
what do you
both
think is in it? Ubisoft Outlaws, Shadows.
Star Wars Outlaws and Ace of
Yeah.
Shadows for that matter. Like it just really does kind of feel like a couple of clunkers kind of landing, at least for me. I know you really liked Outlaws, right?
Oh, I mean, I finished it and it just had I was able to get into like the Star Wars fantasy of it.
Yeah,
It was okay. It
yeah.
was a 7 out of 10.
Okay. 7 out of 10 is great. I
Yeah.
would kill to release a 7 out of 10 game that people play.
Oh, totally,
What was
totally.
what was Veilguard on that same scale for you?
It started off good, but like I think ended up at a 5 out of 10 for me. It just it was really clear. Like the more I played it, the more I felt like the structure of their project management, and like I was watching like competing teams, and like every story ended abruptly and with like limited resolution,
Yeah.
and, and everything felt like a caricature of previous things in the series, and
Yes.
it it just couldn't sustain. I don't know. And this is the game that I think was supposed to be an MMO released 10 years ago that has been retooled like 5 times. So
Oh, it
I
has
feel
that.
bad
The
for
art
it.
direction has that feel. I badly wish
Yeah.
this character here did not have the the kind of like a graduation cap thing going on.
Oh, yeah. Like, what was that? It was so strange. And eventually you could take that off, but like, God, truly bizarre.
Yeah. Okay. Well, rip BioWare. I really wanted to like this game, but I couldn't make it past the first hour. Um,
No, if you ever feel compelled to play like Dragon Age Origins, the first one, it is spectacular, but it's so old and janky now that like there's no point.
Maybe they should remaster it. I bet that would sell, right?
I would consider buying it and playing it again because yeah, that could be a better game.
Yeah. Well, okay, I think that brings us to the end of our couple of hours. All in all, not a bad first experience for Advent of Code. We'll be here same time, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific.
I'm ready
Uh,
for some harder problems
for the
tomorrow.
next 11 days, except for the weird scheduling that we have, which is we're not going to be doing Friday or Saturday because we need lives, and then potentially, well, we'll see. Schedules looks like this for now. I'll throw up the VOD onto YouTube so that folks can relive the exhilarating experience of hanging out with us and watching us type for 2 hours. All right. Dom, thank you for staying up late on the East Coast, and we'll
Oh
see
yeah,
everybody
this is great.
tomorrow. Have a good
All
night.
right, see y'all.